What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I'm really honestly a nobody, brother. Alright guys, we've got on the line Zack Davidson, current XC2 Pro racer here with GNCC. Appreciate it again. I appreciate your time here, brother. How was your round two, man? Florida, was that a hell of a lot better there in round one?
I don't know. I think I had more fun at round one. round two was pretty rough. Bike ran pretty crappy first couple laps, so it's kind of just trying to take it easy.
We were contemplating going down to round one. I didn't end up making it down there. Watched it live, had some buddies over there. But yeah, man, that thing being a huge freaking mud fest. But I will say, man, props though. He still ended up finishing the damn thing, which was extremely impressive considering you weren't on your normal ride there. You were on your old 250F. That was what, your dad's, right?
Yeah, it was my pops.
So how'd that decision kind of come about to get you on the 250F?
Well, he got it a couple months ago, and we talked about how it'd be a good mud bike if it come down to it to save the race bike. And Sunday morning, we were loading up, and I was like, I think I'm just going to throw it in there just in case, because wasn't down there Saturday, didn't know what it looked like, just heard it got a bunch of rain. So I loaded up, got down there, I checked out some of the track, and come back, and we made a decision that we was going to race it and keep the race bike good for Florida.
Yeah, that's now that 250F, man, I've got to ask, because I had a few people. I ended up sharing a photo that was out there of you on that thing, man, and I actually had gotten blown up. People were like, man, what the hell is that, all stock bike? The only thing I could see, man, was aside from grips and that flatland, I guess that would look like a flatland racing skid plate and shit. I mean, was there anything else done to that thing, or was it just bone ass stock?
It's pretty much bone stock, just has grips, and I mean, it has different rear tire, but front tire stock, and has skid plate. Everything else is completely stock.
Are you running a 100 rear tire, or was that a 110?
It was a 110 82 Dunlop.
Oh, okay, that was going to be another big thing, man, because we've got on all our builds, as far as that we've done on those 250Fs tires, that yeah, the 110's definitely was definitely a must to make it through some of that crap. I know a couple areas there I saw that like Johnny and Johnny G and stuff had gotten stuck. I was like, oh man, dude, just saw that like rutted area just going up. I honestly don't know how in the hell you made it work, honestly, with that thing. I mean, I know they're a fun bike, but man, that was absolutely crazy. But I gotta ask you though, because I mean, you're what, 4 or 5 time, youth national champ, right?
Yeah, 5-time
national youth champ and all, and then you came into what? Because you were XC3 what last year, then what, like midway, 3/4 of the way through, went over to XC2, right?
Yep.
Now, I've got to ask some pros and cons on that bike, and mostly because a lot of the guys that we cater to on mostly the 250F side and building these things, is a lot of people are like, man, I really want to get out there and do a race, and we've kind of been pushing a lot of guys to get out there and do some off-road stuff. Now, I'm in my mid-30s, old as hell compared to, a lot of folks out there. But getting some of these guys out there, they're more comfortable on these 250Fs just being trail bikes. If you had, as far as some pros and cons, man, like what did you really see? We'll start with like a downfall of that bike. I'm pretty sure you're probably going to say a lot of things that some others have said, man, but what are some like the biggest flaws? Minus of course it being a trail bike and doesn't have all the power that our race bikes have.
I mean, yeah, definitely slacked on power on the top speed, but I mean, once we got into some single track or some ruddy stuff, I could keep that thing pretty much a constant speed compared to a lot of people. And then the suspension definitely could probably use some beefier springs. And I mean, other than that, maybe put a beefier chain guide up on it.
Yeah. Did you have any issues as far as those cons with bottoming that thing out at all?
Yeah, definitely. And it's more like just a single track where there'd be like a real deep braking bump or something. I could feel the front bottom out.
Yeah. Yeah, we run we've got a few people put like they'll do like the XR like 400 conversions on the front or something. I know with mine that I built, I just ran some BBR, just heavy duty springs, and then put some thicker oil in the front. But as far as the pros go on this thing, I think my biggest one, and maybe you probably found out too, is it's really hard to flame this thing out. Like they're just absolute tractors. I mean, did you have any issues with any of that as well with this thing?
I mean, yeah, that thing, if I got it in a hole, all I had to do was lift up the rear or lift up the front and it'd come right out.
Well, dude, it was awesome to see you out there on that 250F, man. They've got so much crap, and it's wild because in Brazil they race these things motocross, as far as motocross and supercross and stuff. And I'm like, how in the hell, like as far as power wise, they even do that? But it really, I guess, came about with these things being manufactured there. Hell, man, they pick these things up for like $3,500 down there, brand new off the floor. Versus, they can't. If they were to get something like a Husky down there, or even a Cowie or something, they're paying close to like 18 grand with all their taxes and stuff they got to pay to import these things. So man, it's pretty wild. I gotta ask though, you think anybody will see you out there on that 250F again?
I mean, I had a lot of people ask at Florida where it was, and I said it's in retirement for this weekend, but any rain in the forecast, it might come back out.
Hell yeah. Well, I gotta ask as well is obviously you being North Carolina native and all, the Old Gray venue, first one last year. What'd you think as far as of that thing being technical and I know this is kind of steering away from the 250F just a hair. I actually raced our 250F and put the Cowie aside last year and raced the Old Gray with that thing. What'd you think of Old Gray just in general with the, as far as a race goes?
It was definitely different with it being more open woods and, like, I guess a little less land with all the track being kind of close, but it had a pretty good layout. The track had good flow. It was good.
Yeah, we might. We're thinking about bringing the 250F back out. We ran it there at the Old Gray last year, and we ended up we bent the forks, and then unfortunately, I think it was like turn 4. Well, as soon as you go in, right out of the starting line, as soon as you enter the woods, it was real rutted. I got cross-rutted on the left, and I think I went through that barbed wire on the left-hand side and killed me for about 2 minutes getting that damn thing unraveled from that damn barbed wire they had up there. But yeah, I think we may end up trying that the 250F out there. We'll say that a lot of that rocky area, as you got further back, so many people were getting hung up on those rocks and all. But the 250F, it did, man. It lugged up there. But I will say, man, I appreciate you just giving us kind of your thoughts on that 250F. And real quick, do you have a favorite race out of the year? What is probably your must-have, must-go-to, must-see?
Definitely Camp Coker's got probably the best layout course, the most fun course, and just all the energy around there is good with all the swimming holes and everything, fishing tournaments. That one's definitely a good environment.
Yeah, I was hoping you wouldn't say snowshoe. Yeah, snowshoe's just, man, that shit gets out of hand, man. But unfortunately, man, I wish the bikes got a little bit, as much love as those quad guys get, on Saturday running that thing. But
yeah,
hell, it is what it is, brother. But Hell yeah, man. Well, I really appreciate you taking time. I won't hold you up anymore. I told you I'd try and keep this thing sweet and to the point. Hopefully, I'm looking forward to seeing this Talladega race, man. I think it's going to be real interesting. Have you seen any photos or anything like that of the track or what the layout is down there yet?
Yeah, there's a couple of little pics of it. It looks like it's going to be a little bit tighter. And then I got some couple buddies down there that went and rode not far from it, and they said it's rocky where they rode, so
really,
I'd be a little mixture of hard pack and rock.
Yeah, well, I'm pumped to see this one, but hell, brother, I wish you all the best of luck here going into to round 3.
All right, sweet.
All right, brother, you be safe and good luck out there.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks. Bye. There you have it, guys. Obviously, you don't need a race bike, as I've been saying for years, to go out there and just race. 250F will be perfectly fine. You can throw these things around, man. They're tractors, just as, Zack had said. And obviously, he's got a heck of a lot more race experience and time behind the bars than many people. But, it just shows that, yeah, it can be done. And there's nothing wrong with doing it. We've done it. He's done it. So anyway, I appreciate Zack's time. I'm nowhere near a professional at doing interviews and all. We do look forward to doing a little bit more maybe media coverage and things like that, sitting down with some folks. So, hey, we'll get there. But maybe one day we can get Zack here behind the 275 or the 310 to get his thoughts on that. Would love to see him rip some shit up on these. But anyway, for now, I appreciate you guys. As always, please like, share, subscribe, and we'll catch you all in the next one. See ya.